Hello everybody. Hopefully this time guys can hear me because a few minutes ago when I did all this nobody could hear me. So we'll try this again. I'm going to do the NXT Takeover from Chicago first, and then I'm going to do the Backlash card. So uh, NXT Takeover, of course, was from Chicago. Uh, And right now my notes are all out of order, so let me find what I did with it. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Looks like the only one I have right now is Backlash. There we go. I found them. Alright. So our first match is Eric Young with Sanity versus Roderick Strong. I'm not going to go into big detail of the match, but your winner was Roderick Strong in 13:42, and I'm going to give it a 3.5-star rating. Of course, Jim Ross came out for the next match, which was your WWE United Kingdom Championship, which was your champion Tyler Bane versus Pete Dunne. And, this was a very good match. But your winner and new WWE United Kingdom champion is Pete Dunne in 15:27, and I'm giving it 4.75 of a star. So, let's hope I hope this is, a trending now um, for how things are going to go. Okay, the next match was the NXT Women's Championship match with Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott. In my opinion, right now the NXT ladies are better than the main card ladies on both shows. Sure, I'm not too sure Floria would agree with me on that, but oh well. It's my opinion, not his, and happens to be my stream, not his. So, your winner and still NXT Women's Champion is Asuka in 12:26. I'm going to give it 3.75 of a star. It was definitely a very good women's match, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. Asuka right now is your longest reigning title holder on all 3 shows right now, currently. So, the reign continues on NXT for her. Our next match is the NXT Championship with Bobby Roode and Heido, and I'm not going to bother chopping up his last name because I know I can't pronounce it. But your winner and still NXT champion was Bobby Roode in 17:34. Very good match. I'm going to give it 4 stars. The next match was the NXT Tag Team Championship ladder match with the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering versus hashtag DIY. They definitely stuck with the way all the ladder matches usually go, and I mean, it was one humdinger of a ladder match. I mean, it was very, very well done. They definitely kept in line with how the ladder matches usually go. Your winner and still NXT Tag Team Champions is the Authors of Pain in 20.08 seconds, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. So for the show in a whole, I'm going to give it a 9.5 star rating. So now I'm going to move to Backlash. Normally we don't talk about pre-show matches, but I will at least give you the rating that I had for it, which was 2.5 stars because Dillinger beat English in 8.23 seconds. So, but getting to the main card, your first match is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler, and for some reason these are tongue twisters for me. And Shinsuke actually won the match in 16.2 via pinfall. I gave it 3 stars. You know, this wasn't the best debut for Nakamura, but you know, it was still a debut. It still came off, you know, somewhat good. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see where this goes, because I don't see this feud ending anytime soon. Your next match ended up being the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, where you had the Usos versus Breezango, and this was one of the ones that I went against the guys on, and really, I don't care that I lost on the prediction. You know, it was a campy comedy match, pretty much, with Breeze doing all the this dress up work, and you know, kind of playing the paper doll, dress up doll of the team, and you know, there was a lot of good action in the match, but uh, still, it was more of a funny haha than it was an actual match. So I'm going to. Your champions are still the Usos. Uh, at 9 minutes 32 seconds via pin, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars just because there was some action in it and it did kind of keep you occupied. Although it was more your funny haha than it was anything else. Your next match was Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. It was a pretty good match. Zayn won it at 14:35 via pinfall. I'm giving it 3 stars. You know, I had Corbin winning this match, and I'm kind of glad that I lost this one as well, but it doesn't matter. You know, Corbin still dominated the match, but at the same time, he got dominated, and Zayn pretty much capitalized on an error Corbin had done. So, you know, great job here, and we'll just have to see where this goes. Next thing we had was Jinder and the Singh brothers arriving. No big deal. Then we had Ellsworth coming out to introduce Carmella. So our next match is the ladies' match, which was your welcoming committee of Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya versus Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. And your winners for the match ended up being our welcoming committee, Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya, who in 10 minutes and 5 seconds won via submission. I'm giving it a 2-star because, like I said, the ladies of NXT definitely did a better job than these ladies. So, okay match, very disjointing at times, a bit frantic. So, I mean, it wasn't the best in the world, and we'll just see what happens from there. The next match is your United States Championship match, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, which was one of the ones I was actually looking forward to. Owens actually defeats AJ in 21 minutes 10 seconds via countout. Gave it 4 stars. Definitely your fight of the night. definitely one you don't want to miss. So I would go back if you haven't seen it. That would be the one I would probably tell you more likely to go watch because it was one of the better matches. Your next match was Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. This one ended up being your worst match of the night, with Luke defeating Eric Rowan in 9 minutes even. I'm giving it a 1 3/4 stars. It was boring. It was slow. There just wasn't anything there. Just a flat match. So um, I wouldn't waste your time with it. Your main event for the night, WWE Championship match, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. Of course, the Singh brothers were out there. Was very happy they didn't get really involved in the match until near the end. So there's a lot of one-on-one here. But Jinder is your new champion, defeating Orton in 16 minutes via pinfall. So I'll give it 2 3/4 of a star for the match. The only reason Jinder pretty much won was because the Singh brothers got Orton's attention, and although they were taken out in the process, Jinder still managed to sneak up on Orton and get it. So that's it, guys. Overall rating for Backlash is 6 out of 10. So I'll see you all tonight on the Tone 25 for Ridiculously Raw with Anthony Florio, hopefully Michael Bullock, and Michael Flecha. So we'll see you tonight. So long, guys.